Every morning, I start my workday with a cup of coffee, not a Zoom meeting. I open my laptop, and in front of me, there isn't a list of emails from my boss or a string of messages waiting for me to respond to colleagues. What I see is a machine running smoothly, a business. No employees, no office, no familiar pressures that many of us have long assumed are prerequisites for success. Yet revenue continues to grow steadily. The system automatically reaches new customers. And I am the sole operator of it all. Many people ask, how can an ordinary person carry the workload of an entire team? Is this just a far-fetched dream reserved for tech geniuses? The answer is no. While the world debates whether AI will take our jobs, another group of people has quietly turned AI into their most powerful ally. They don't see AI as a threat, they see it as a tremendous lever. Today, I want to share with you a concept and a mindset that have completely transformed the way I work. It's a model I call the one-person C-suite. This is how you can build a lean, efficient, and sustainably growing business, with AI acting as the virtual executives of your own company. Before discovering this model, I was just like many others. I longed for freedom, wanted to escape the 8-hour grind, and dreamed of building something meaningful on my own. I dove into the world of freelancing and online startups, full of ideas and passion. But just a few months later, harsh reality hit. Freedom? I was working 14 hours a day. Creativity? I was drowning in repetitive administrative tasks. Passion? It was slowly being worn down by overwhelm and exhaustion. I had hundreds of ideas in my head, but my time and energy were limited. I realized I was trying to play every role alone: strategist, creator, marketing staff, accountant, and even customer support. The problem wasn't a lack of effort. The problem was that I was fighting alone on a playing field that required the strength of an entire team. I was standing right on the edge of giving up. And that's when I changed the question. Instead of asking, how can I work harder? I started asking, how can I build a smarter system? The answer was AI. And this is how I built my own one-person C-suite, step by step. First, I needed a Chief Strategy Officer, a CSO. This role is the most important in the early stage. Previously, finding a business idea would take me weeks, sometimes months, reading reports, analyzing competitors, and then guessing. The risk was high, and it consumed a lot of time. Now, my virtual CSO does all of that in just a few minutes. Instead of asking AI vague questions like, what business should I start? I provide precise, strategic prompts. For example, analyze the e-learning market in North America for professionals aged 30 to 45. Identify 5 potential market niches with high demand but low competition. For each niche, analyze the target customer profile, including their pain points, desires, and the channels they frequently use. Within minutes, I have a detailed market map and insights that a full market research team would take days to produce. AI doesn't give me a single answer, it provides data and options. It helps me move from groping in the dark to making decisions based on solid data. This is the first benefit: clarity and confidence right from the starting line. Once I had direction from my CSO, I needed a Chief Creative Officer, a CCO. This is the stage where strategic ideas are transformed into tangible products. If you're not a designer, copywriter, or developer, this is often the biggest hurdle. You have to outsource, which costs money and takes time. With a virtual CCO, I can execute nearly the entire process myself. For example, using the chosen market niche, I prompt AI. Create a detailed outline for an online course titled Productivity for Remote Leaders. Divide it into 5 main modules, each with 4 lessons. Suggest practical exercises and reference materials for each lesson. Once the outline is ready, I continue using AI to write the content for each lesson, generate illustrative images for slides, and even script instructional videos. I can experiment with dozens of visual styles and ways of phrasing content without spending an extra penny. The feeling is truly magical. You watch an invisible idea gradually come to life right on your screen, created by yourself with the help of a tireless collaborator. The benefit here isn't just cost savings. It's speed. The speed of testing, creating, and launching products. When you can turn an idea into a product in days instead of months, you gain an enormous competitive advantage. Once the product was ready, I needed a chief marketing officer, a CMO. This is the stage of bringing the product to market. Previously, this part gave me the most headaches. Writing ad copy, optimizing SEO, planning social media content, analyzing keywords. It all took hours, and the results were hit or miss. Now, my virtual CMO handles this scientifically. I provide AI with information about the product and target customers, and I prompt, write 5 versions of marketing emails to promote this course. Create a 30-day content plan for LinkedIn, focusing on solving the challenges of remote leaders. Suggest 10 blog post titles with the best SEO potential related to this topic. AI doesn't just write, it analyzes. It can suggest keywords your competitors are missing and recommend the best posting times to reach the right audience. I remember one campaign where the AI suggested structure and content for emails, and the open rate was double what I could achieve on my own. The benefit here is efficiency. You're not just saving time, you're optimizing every dollar of your budget and every minute of effort based on data, not guesswork. Finally, to keep everything running smoothly and continuously improving, I needed a Chief Operating Officer, a COO. A business cannot grow without systems to monitor and optimize. In the past, I was often buried in Excel spreadsheets, trying to connect data from multiple sources just to understand what was happening. Now, my virtual COO handles all of that automatically. AI helps me consolidate sales data, analyze website traffic, track the performance of marketing campaigns, and present everything in a concise, easy-to-understand report every morning. It doesn't just tell me what is happening, it also suggests why and what to do next. For example, traffic from blog post X is increasing rapidly. Consider turning it into a video for YouTube. When you have a data analyst working for you 24/7, you stop guessing. You make decisions faster, more accurately, and with greater confidence. This is the core benefit of data-driven operations, sustainable growth. So, what does this story mean for you? AI is not a magic wand. It doesn't replace human strategic thinking, creativity, or effort. The one-person C-suite model doesn't mean you won't have to work. No, it means you spend your time on the things that only humans can do best, setting the vision, connecting deeply with customers, and making the final decisions. AI doesn't replace your role as CEO. It amplifies your capabilities, allowing one person to create the impact of an entire team. I'm not a genius programmer. I'm just an ordinary person, curious and willing to experiment. And AI has turned that curiosity into real power, a lever that allows me to build the life I want. Maybe right now, you don't have a massive team or abundant capital, but you have ideas, you have ambition, and most importantly, you have one of the most powerful tools of this era in your hands. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Start with the smallest things. In the not-so-distant future, the concept of one person doing it all will no longer be a fantasy. It will become a strategic choice for those who know how to harness technology to unlock their own potential. If this video has given you a new perspective, a bit of belief to start your own journey with AI, leave a like to let me know we're thinking along the same lines. And if you want to explore further with me the systems and mindsets that help you work smarter and live a freer life, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. One last question for you. If you had a virtual executive, which role would you want AI to take on first in your work? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Who knows? Your next one-person business might start with the click you make today.